Both of us.
Yeah, it's pretty much 50-50.
Most of the songs that I sing, I write. Most of the songs that he sings, he writes. But there's some songs where, you know, we write everything. Like I'll write all the guitar parts and bass, and he'll do the same thing. He'll write a song with all the parts, but we collaborate too. It's a little bit of everything, you know. Sometimes we're at rehearsals and we just start playing around with the riff and it turns into a song. Sometimes I'm just at home by myself on the couch playing guitar, and then I get out the 4-track and, you know, make a tape, say, here, check this out, and that's how it happens most of the time.
And it's pretty painless, you know. Like we're very different with what we listen to, like personally, as like far as what inspires us. But I think we're also very similar too, and I think we kind of meet in that middle ground with one another as far as songwriting goes. Well, it works out.
For me, like I have to go to sleep with a tape recorder near my bed because I always write my songs when I'm asleep most of the time. I get riffs in my head and I wake up and I hum them, or I pick up the guitar. I don't know why, but a lot of the songs that I've been writing lately, like that's how it happens, which is cool. You know, it's easy that way. Sleep when I get to write a song. Thank you.
That's really it.
Thank you so much.
No, that's really it. I mean, honestly, like with us coming over here for the first time since in 2004, and several times since then, we've really, you know, come to appreciate, and not that we didn't before, but I think we've really come to appreciate like what this band, you know, overall means to people. Because, you know, people can say, oh, it's Blitzkid, it's horror rock, it's spooky, whatever. But I think a lot of people recognize that we deal with some metaphor within our songs behind all that imagery that expresses real life situations. And I think they can identify with that. And I think it means a lot to people. And we've had people over here tell us very, very many times actually that, oh, well, you know, this song helped me get through the death of my mother, or actually my grandmother was one thing I heard one time. And I don't know, it just seems like, you know, and not to diss the States at all, but you guys live it like you mean it over here, man. I don't know. It's very passionate, and you know, you can tell that at every show we play over here, people are here because they love Blitzkid. It's awesome.
For me, I didn't know what to expect the first time we came to Europe. You know, I didn't know how anybody would react to us because we had been a band and playing and touring and busting ass for like close to a decade. And we came over and our first show was in Cologne, Cologne. And like the very first song we played called Body Snatchers, the first note, somebody jumped off the stage and we just looked at each other and I was like, okay, this is going to be good. But we wouldn't be half the band that we are now if it wasn't for Europe. I mean, honestly, I sometimes wonder if we'd still even be a band right now if we never came over here. Not that, you know, there's any problems with us or anything like that, but, you know, it's hard. It's hard in the States.
It's tough in the States, and I think everyone that sees this interview, you have to understand. I'm gonna tell you right now, the big difference between Europe and the States is over here, a bad crowd for us is 200 people, you know, or less than, you know, 100 people or whatever. Over in the States, you know, sometimes that's a great crowd for us, you know, depending on where we're at. And that's not to say that that's a bad thing. It's not, because, you know, those people are there because they really genuinely love the band too, but it's very different, you know, like, it's night and day. It's night and day. It's really night and day, the difference between the crowds here and in the States.
We get this question a lot.
Yeah.
But I think people in America are going to start hating us because we keep saying we like to play Europe. But, you know, I mean, that's not anything we're not used to. Yeah, but, you know, I think for us, you know, being Americans in another country, it's just fun to begin with because it's an adventure. It is. You know what I mean? I'm like a child over here. I have to know I can't even order food for myself. It's an adventure every day. It's like, am I going to be able to like say what I have to, you know, communicate? Like, it's a challenge. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an experience.
I think we answered that question.
We did.
We're sorry.
I mean, touring is tiring, absolutely, but if you know we're not tired of it, it's what we do. You know? I mean, and I don't want to say it's what we have to do because that makes it sound like we don't want to do it. We like to be on the road, but yeah, sometimes it gets tiring and it's hard. It's hard work. It's not all fun and games, but it's you know it's its own reward at the end of the day.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of it is we've been a band for nearly 13 years. We've probably actually played maybe 50 hours of that entire time. It's the rest is sitting in a car.
It really is.
Or picking shit up.
It really is. It's like there was a quote one time from Keith Richards from Rolling Stones.
That's what it was.
He said, you know, I've been playing rock and roll for 40 years, and I would be willing to bet that about 35 of it was spent sitting around waiting to play. So it's really like that.
That's the hard part.
It really is.
Waiting is so fucking boring.
We were talking the other day, and I said, man, it would be fucking awesome if you could just have like a teleporting device that would just take you from point A to point B. Like we could leave the hotel, push a button, we're at the venue, we're ready to play. Push a button, we're at the next, you know. But it's not. Unfortunately, it's not like that.
We just raised the bar in laziness.
Yes.
Austria. We had this awesome in Österreich. We played in Arena on Hell Night's Tour, and they made this schnitzel, but it had cornflakes
For the better.
like the cereal on the outside of it, and it was amazing. And that's my favorite food, but I haven't had it since. But on a daily basis, Döner kebabs. Döner. Everyone says that, oh, it's so fucking gross. How can you eat this? I'm like, because it's €3. That's how I can eat it.
It's your guys' version of our Taco Bell back home, basically.
Yeah. You know?
Because in Taco Bell they have very cheap items on the menu that they call their value menu or whatever. It's buying a doner here in Europe is like going to Taco Bell for us.
And in America, we don't have it. We don't have that fancy rotating meat on the stick where we're from. It's amazing just to watch them chop this shit up.
It really is. I think that's one reason why we get them all the time, because we just want to see the guy with the.
We always get the pissed off Turkish guy who's just chopping the shit out of it, and it's great.
Now that I think we've proven that we're retarded, yeah. This is my favorite meal in Germany. Hefeweizen. It is good. I would have to say the same thing, schnitzel. Which is probably like a stock answer you hear from a lot of people, but it's good. What can I tell you?
The schnitzel was good today, too.
It was. And we didn't know, and the funny thing is, we've been coming here for 4 years, and we did the Hell Nights tour this past October, and Dirk from the Fluke, we were eating the schnitzel there in Austria that day, and he said, "No, you must put lemon juice on it." And we're like, "No one's ever told us that." And lo and behold, it was amazing. So we didn't know that though, and that was the first time anyone had ever said, "Hey, this is how you eat it." We were like, "Okay," So. But yeah, schnitzel. Blitzkid, Blitz schnitzel, I guess. So.
Thank you for the interview.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry.
Here comes Zombie Come Lately.
Chad, say hi. Say hi to the camera.
What's that?
Say hi to the camera. Come over here.
Holy!
There's Doc.
Dr. Chud. Obviously, Dr. Daniel San Chud.
Yeah.
With the rising sun bloodstain on his fucking bandana.
Yeah. There you go. Take that, Red Bull.
Thank you guys. And seriously, we appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.